Good morning. I know I look a mess, y'all. I just went for a walk. Oh, hold on. Right quick. I just went for a walk and I'm hot and sweaty but I wanted to get this out because it was on me to get it out. So here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna just say what I gotta say. If you are the parent of adult children, come real close right now. Just super come close. And then adult children we'll talk in a minute, but come real close if you're the parent of adult children. All right, listen. Y'all, some of us started way earlier than others, right? So it depends on where you are in your journey, which part of this pertains to you. But if you have adult children or children on the cusp of becoming adults, they're in that mid-teen range, this also applies to you. Whether you're married or single, but I'm coming from the point of view of having been a single mom in the beginning. I had my first child when I was 17. So, excuse me. Mm. So, much of my experience and much of what I'll say may come from that. Um, Here's the thing. Some of us might not have gotten it right. Let me get my manual. When I'm at work, they got this thing where they say check your resources, right? Let me check my how to be a parent resource manual to just so we can bullet point where I did get things right, where I didn't get things right. Let me just check my manual. Oh, that's right. That's right. There wasn't one. Okay, y'all, you didn't get a book. Nobody handed you a baby and a book with instructions. I know we hear that all the time, but it's the truth. A lot of us did what we knew from our own experiences being children. We had supportive family around me. I had my mother, her experiences, and that's what we did. That's what we understood. And so, I guess this is so important to me because just now I was walking home from the store and I hung my head. And the reason why I hung my head was because my heart is hurting a little bit because when my kids get upset with me, my adult children get upset with me, I immediately begin to internalize and analyze what could I have done, right? What did I, and not in this moment when they're upset with me, because at this point, we'll get to that, right? Adult children, like I said, we'll get to you. But what could I have done when they were younger? And God just spoke to me and was like, you did what you could. Now, here's the thing. I'm speaking to those parents who understood that this was an assignment, okay? Who understood that this was not something that you didn't just get handed a toy to play with, a little doll to dress up, okay? You had to make sure this person or these people had food, clothing, and shelter, and you did what was necessary by your means at the time or by your means right now to make that happen. Well, maybe not right now because we're talking about adult children. So you did what you could, right? Um, I know I personally wish there were some things I could have changed. I wish that I could have changed the fact that I saw my children at 6:30 in the morning, and then maybe again at 6:30 at night. We did homework, we had baths. Oh yeah, y'all don't have my problems saying sorry. You get me raw and uncut today. I'll be beautiful later on this week. But you know, I saw my children for maybe 3 to 4 hours a day, just based on my travel time and work schedule. And in that time, it was homework, food, whatever the case may be. Thank God I had my mother. She took care of a lot of that. So then it was just like me being exhausted and giving whatever little bit I had left to these little people. And then let's talk about the resources, right? So there were days, and I'm not one that didn't have supportive family and my mom. I really, truly did. But I am also one who will do what I have to do. One moment, please. Y'all, will do what I have to do. So there were days where clothes got washed in the tub. Okay, there were days where hot dogs were for dinner. There were days where breakfast was for dinner. Again, it's that walk. Sorry. And it's okay. That's what I had, and that's what I did. And but there wasn't a time when the school called that I wasn't there or that they needed something and I didn't bust my butt to get it. So we're going to, at this stage in life, we give ourselves grace and mercy, okay? Because you did your best if you know you did your best. Now, here's the other part to that. Let's part two it, okay? Say you sorry. Because I made some mistakes. Lord, I made some mistakes. And I didn't have a frame of reference. I say this with my mother now. I did not have a frame of reference when I had my older children versus the second set I have now because I have two, I have 8-year-old twins. I did not understand how young my children were. Okay, I didn't understand how young the older ones were. I didn't understand how young 8 years old was. I didn't understand how young 5 and 4 and 3 years old were. When my second son was born, which today is his birthday. Happy birthday, Bookie. Um, it's Mama's Pooh. That's what I call it. It's Mama's Pooh. Pooh Bear. Because I love Winnie the Pooh. Don't get it twisted. Don't come for my baby. But we I had days where I'm running in the morning, I'm frustrated, I'm trying to get them out the door, and they little kids, right? And they're moving slow, and you yelling and you fussing and you cussing, but guess whose fault that is? Yours, because you should have gotten up a little earlier. You should have made sure their clothes were ready to go. If you told them to go get dressed, you should have went behind them and made sure. If you told them to pack their backpacks the night before, you should have gone behind them and made sure. They're children. Okay, they were children. And so I say all that to say, y'all, if you put that on your kids, if you started their days with that, and they're adults now, and they got some kind of grievance, or they say some things to you that you might, like it might just cut. It might be like a stone hitting your heart. Hear them. Hear them. And think about it, and say you sorry when you should be saying you sorry. Apologize. And that is one thing I do try to do now. I do try to apologize to my adult children. I have said to my adult children, I am sorry. I didn't know better. I didn't know how young you were. And that's hard. That's really hard. Not hard to apologize, but it's hard to think on, because then you want to, like, it hurts you and you want to be mad at yourself, but you can't be mad at yourself. Okay, it's just what it was. And you talk about those things and you try to instill in them, don't go that route, and make yourself better for your children and their children, and you acknowledge what you didn't do correctly or what you could have done better. Acknowledge it. I cannot stand when people go, I did everything. I don't know what they're talking about. Or when kids say, Mama, you did this or you did that. I don't know what you're talking about. Don't do that. Because what you're doing is you're instilling even in your adult children, even in your younger children, how to not accept responsibility for your actions. And then you wonder why they won't. Okay, so we're just gonna put that right there. I definitely do apologize when I'm wrong, because sometimes I'm even still wrong. It happens. And my mouth may get real quick, get slick real quick, and I will apologize, because it's like, let me speak to you the way that I should. So that was for the adult parents. Like, there's no manual. You did your best. A lot of us did what we had to, and it's okay, and be healed, and it's okay to have a life now, y'all. Oh my God, it's okay to have a life now. If your kids are grown, have a life, and then put boundaries in place. Because here's the one thing that I wanna bring in your adult children on this one. So adult children, come on in. Here's your part in this. The fact that we were able, if you got a parent that was able to let go, if you're living on your own, if you got your own place, if you're doing what you got to do, and your mama's not breathing down your neck and your daddy's not breathing down your neck, and nobody's calling you and telling you what you're doing wrong and what you should be doing with your kids and blah, 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 then you've been raised, and we have given you the biggest compliment of just letting you go and doing your thing and making your way. Okay, because that was the whole point of raising you. We are not supposed to still be raising you. You get what I'm saying? Like, you at this point should know how to handle business, or even if you got questions, bring your questions. I'm here all day for that. But we should not still be raising you. I should not still have to check in on you and check up behind you and reinforce rules and reinforce values and all that. That's over. We've done that. And so parents, don't put those boundaries in place and enforce them. And oh my God, have a life of your own if you are free to. Oh, child, yeah, I'm getting these brows done. I'm getting this hair done. I'm putting my teeth in. Like, I'm gonna flip the switch on y'all. Watch. But anyway, adult children, grant us some grace. Okay, I'm not saying that everything we did deserves to be pushed under the rug, forgiven, swept away, or whatever. But here's the thing: you are now where we were. Some of you are young and have families or children. Some of you are young and just trying to make your way on your own. You have to understand that it's hard. It's hard. And life has these ups and downs, right? I tell my kids life has ups and downs. You look at it like a heart rate monitor. If life does like this, when a heart rate monitor does this and it just goes flat across, what does that mean? It means the person's not living. As long as life is doing this, as long as it has its ups and downs, you are still alive, and it's going to have its ups and downs. Life is going to change. There's going to be good times and there's going to be bad times, but here is the guarantee, and this is the only thing I can guarantee you all, and I'm talking to my adult children and adults, parents, if you need it. The only thing I can guarantee you is this: nothing stays the same. Okay, so those dark times, those valleys, they will become peaks. Those hills and those mountains, they will become valleys. At some point you're gonna have to go back through, but it's how you do it. All right. I look at it like this: when your children are born, y'all, we're not given that manual, but when our children become adults, we become that manual, right? We become some information that they can download from, because everything is electronic. So we're not gonna say they can download from us, and but you gotta accept it, y'all. You adult children have to accept the responsibility of your life. Here's my thing: if you started to buck and rebel and not listen to me at 16 years old, you cannot blame me for what's going on with your life at 30. Sorry, boo. You stopped listening to me when you were 16. I'm not speaking to anyone in particular. I'm just saying, if you stop listening at 16 and start going, she don't know what she's talking about, he don't know what he's talking about, I'm not listening to them, they just suck, they just horrible, then why are you 30 blaming your parents? Hmm? You set out on your path well before we intended you to. You dismissed us and discounted us and then threw away what we gave you long before you were set free into the world to start making with the tools that we were giving you. So please don't come back blaming us when you're not where you want to be, because maybe you chose your path. You started choosing your path long before you were supposed to. But that's grown people mentality. You got to get there to get that one. So I hope some of you do. I just wanted to give y'all that, like, adult children, we love y'all, but it is our turn to live. It is your turn to live. You know what I'm saying? Like, get out there and do you. Look at my little sign, y'all. I gotta move it up higher and turn it on. Get out there and do you, but do it with it some structure. You know, if it's gonna cause you confusion or cause you to have to come running, don't do it. Don't do it. I did not have to, I mean, I definitely made mistakes. Don't get me wrong, I made mistakes, but I did not have the liberty. Please, I'm so distracted by the fact that I did not put my lower dentures in, and it's fine. It's fine. It's like I have dentures, and you know, say what you want. But I made mistakes. You're gonna make mistakes. The difference is how you deal with them. Are you gonna blame everybody and get angry with everybody when you make mistakes and you don't find yourself where you want to be? When I give you the tools, if I give you the resources, if I give you the guidance and you still don't listen, how can you still be mad at me? I just want y'all to know that we love you. We love you. But the way in which the parenting has to happen has its limits. And if you're an adult all the way. Now listen, did I raid my mama's kitchen? Absolutely. Did I get phone calls cussing me out for taking pots and pans out of her house? Yes, I did. But that's the little stuff. I'm talking about, don't implode your life. Don't explode. Don't just set up situations where you're going to have to struggle when that's not the path you were set upon. And if it is the path you were set upon, it's the path you chose. So if you're doing it, if you've done it, don't blame us. Now, if you need help, those of us who are real parents are right here to still say, okay, I got some guidance for you, because understandably, there's nothing, as they say, there's nothing new under the sun. There's really nothing you could say to me that would shock me about anything that's done in this world or that you've done in this world. If you know your kids, you know your kids. But I can't support everything that you do. No. I can't get behind you on every decision you make. No. But if you have questions, I got you. I got you. Even if you have some needs, I got you. Depending on how good you are to me, I got a little want for you here and there. I'll sprinkle on you. You need your little few ropes. My mama still, do stuff for me. Thank you. Because I'm the light of her life. Who would not love me? But anyway, I just wanted to just drop that because, like I said, I was hanging my head and I was like, Lord, what's next? And it's all good. It's all good. And I wanted to share with you all, parents of adult children and adult children, it's all good, y'all. Embrace the fact that you still have that time. If you have that time, heal those things that are not healed, hear each other, and be the bigger person and just forgive, because what hurts me the most is when people pass away and I see people crying and boo-hoo-hooing, and it's like, but what you do when they were here? But how did y'all treat each other when they were here? On both sides, you know? We don't want that to be our destiny. We don't want that to be our reality. So just do the work. Adults and children, adult children, do the work, okay? All right, y'all, let me go because I look a mess and I got cleaning to do and clothes sorting to do because I'm not off mommy duty. But I love y'all and bye.